Yo, what's up, family? This is Jimmy LaRue with Abundance Life Coaching. Super excited to join you guys today. I'm here to talk about some things with high-level executives that have really led to burnout. And I think that whenever we get on this channel, I want us to know, like, for most that are watching this, you're probably not a stranger to long, severe hours where you're putting it in and you're doing your very best all the time. I think that whenever we do that, we don't even realize that we're burnt out. And so I wanted to take today to discuss the 5 warning signs that you might be heading towards executive burnout. With that, I think when we can recognize these early steps, you can actually take a proactive step towards your abundance and making sure that this doesn't happen with you. I want you guys to ensure that you maintain both your health and your effectiveness in leadership, and this is how we're gonna get started. Sign 1 is really around energy. So that's like constant fatigue. No matter what, like you're feeling tired all the time. No matter how much you rest, you might get some quality sleep, yet you wake up feeling exhausted. You're struggling throughout the day. You can't seem to recharge. There's nothing that you can do, no music you can listen to, no type of like meditation that's really gonna help. And that right there is a clear signal that the demands of your role or the demands that you're putting on yourself are too much. Now, this isn't just about poor sleep, it's about deep chronic fatigue that affects your ability to function. So that's sign 1. Sign 1 is constant fatigue. Sign 2 is cynicism at work. So cynicism is really where like you find yourself being super cynical or super negative at work. Negative about your job, negative about your colleagues, negative about every part of your life. We call these people a lot of times red light people, right? So if you're driving, you never give gratitude or a response to the green lights that you're hitting, only a negative, cynical response to the red lights that you're hitting, right? And it's just complete frustration that changes your energy with everything all the time whenever you hit that red light. So this type of person with cynical behaviors is that cynicism at work is where like no matter what, you're only seeing the bad, right? And it's funny, I think one thing for me, I was out at CVS not too long ago to pick up a prescription. And when I was there, I noticed this happened for somebody at that work. And I'm not gonna say a name, right? Because I pray for God's grace and just for his intervention to help this person. Yet she is just coming at me with like a monotone voice, number 1. Number 2, like just no influx at all. Like, hey, yeah, if you do this, this and this, what's your date of birth? What's this? What's this? Okay. And then she's like, and if you got our app, like it would take care of all of that. Actually, that was too much influx in my voice. If you got our app, it would have taken care of all of that. Okay, well, first off, I don't even want this app thanks to your energy right now. So thank you. She's like, do you need help installing it? I was like, no, thank you though. And then I wait and I'm with my lady, Julia, we're chilling. Then it finally starts to come where it comes up to get it. And she's like, yeah, it's at the wrong CVS, but we pulled it. And so, gosh, she's just arguing with me about all this stuff because I already had it at the wrong CVS and then they got it to the next day. That's why I was coming the next day to make that happen. So anyways, long story short, she continues to be in this negative energy. And by the end, I was like, I'm trying to do my card. And I said, have you read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie? She goes, yes, I have. I was like, I recommend you read it again. And I just let her sit with that. And then she's like, please follow the prompts. I was like, wow, what an opportunity, right? So I keep on going. I finish everything out. She goes, have a nice day. I was like, I will, thank you. You know, and I think that in that moment with that cynicism at work, like this lady, I heard it the way she's talking to her other coworkers, everything. And I pray to God that maybe I got to be that light of truth. I know it wasn't very easy or comfortable. I think that the truth needed to be said, and sometimes the truth will set you free. So that's number 2, is cynicism at work. Sign number 3 is reduced performance. So you might be going at it so hard, putting all the hours in there, but regardless, no matter how many hours you do, despite your efforts, you're finding that there's a significant drop in your quality of work and your productivity. So like tasks that like you once were able to handle super easily, they might now be overwhelming or result in more errors than usual. And this isn't just like a temporary slump, like you see this like a sustained drop in your ability to perform at the level that you're used to. So that's gonna be the reduced performance as sign number 3. Sign number 4 is detachment and isolation. Now this one is where things can get really into a downward spiral for you. You notice that you're withdrawing from interpersonal relationships, interpersonal interactions, And whether it's at work or whatever it is, it's a common sign of burnout. And you might start isolating yourself, skipping meetings, not contributing to discussions as you normally would, not really voicing what you think, not being vulnerable in the praises, not being vulnerable in the things that you're struggling with. And you might find yourself pulling away from the team or even feeling indifferent about engaging with others. So it might be burnout really settling in. So that's sign 4, is the detachment and isolation. Sign number 5, this is where things really get severe, and this is health deterioration. So with that health deterioration, finally, like, burnout can take a toll on your physical health, right? That physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual that we always embrace with Abundance Life Coaching. You might notice that you're getting a lot of headaches, muscle pain, changes in your appetite, or even gastrointestinal issues. You got a lot of stomach things going on. Maybe you already somehow acquired IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Maybe there's a lot of things where there's not a clear medical issue of what it is, and that could be stress related. So the persistent stress can manifest physically in many ways, so it's important to listen to your body and see if that number 5 sign is what's going on for you. I've actually had a client experience that really experienced sign 5 with the health deterioration. With that health deterioration with them, it was interesting, like, there's a lot of growth in the company, there's a lot of awesome capital that's happening, yet there's some things that were not jiving completely well. And I just wanted to put this on here, like, regardless of the team expanding and the revenue growing, the business doing well, that person was feeling burnout. And so with that, like, when I was on the call with them, I could tell, like, super low energy, motivation, kind of desperate even, right? And with that, I was wondering, like, what was going on. And so as I'm questioning things, he explained to me that he's wondering what's going on and, like, what his true purpose is, and, like, all these responsibilities and everything. And so, like, as we got more clarity on the situation, we actually realized, like, this is what his current days were looking like. You know, there's no breaks at all, right? It's literally from 7 a.m. till sometimes 7 p.m., 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And so the work days, there's no taking breaks. When he kept on going through it, like, he even realized too, whenever people have problems, like, they're only going to him. And it's not a problem solution format all the time, which he is experimenting with to implement, yet he's putting out all the fires because he's got most of the skills. So he was feeling super burnout. And then I had to ask this question, like, do you want to grow now, or do you want to grow for a long time? And that's what I'm asking you right now. Do you want to grow now, or do you want to grow for a long time? If you want to grow for a long time, like, you can't stop doing the things that give you energy, the things that lead you to showing up at a super high level, right? What are the things that actually make your heart sing, and incorporating that into your life every day, which are often the things that are not work. Things like exercising, spending time with your friends, your family, your spouse, having fun, throwing a frisbee. I'm a little biased, but doing whatever that might look like, right? I've learned that this game is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And with that being said, like, that doesn't mean that there won't be the nights where you work all day and late into the night. For sure, I get that the grind is real. Yet, I hope that we don't buy into the idea that this is what growth looks like, because it's not. Growth is somewhere where you actually are value driven. You're able to be a steward of your body, your mind, and your spirit, and that can continue to grow as you glow, right? I think if you do, like, you might grow today if you keep on grinding, for sure, yet you won't grow for a long time. And I hope that that really speaks to somebody that's watching this video, because there's definitely a lot of solutions out there and how we can address these signs that I really think are crucial to take action. Like, you've been taking so much consistent action, yet you're burnt out. So what if we were to take action by evaluating our work habits, evaluating clear boundaries for work and for rest and for fun? What if we were to seek support from a mentor or a coach, right? I'm a little biased, but Abundance Life Coaching is amazing, right? We've got a lot of coaches that can be there for you with different neuro-linguistic programming techniques and everything for you to map out your brain and communications and to see how you can actually manage what you're going through. And then considering those changes to your lifestyle that can support better health and well-being. So the last thing I'd like to say is, like, you guys can really recognize these things early and prevent any of this burnout, right? Because it's always going to look like a cross here, right? So this right here is results. This is purpose. So if you're only having results and no purpose, you're over here where you're burnout. That's where a lot of people are. We'll go into these other sections in the future, But let's say you have no results and no purpose. That's down here. That right there is floundering, right? I'm telling you right now, it's not a good life. And then let's say that you have all the purpose but no results. Well, you're gonna feel unrecognized. And I'm not even talking about by others. I'm talking about by yourself. That's actually the most important. If you can have both results and purpose, that's when you're thriving. That's when you're abundant. And that's what we want to all get at this, is to understand the 5 signs of burnout, because it's real. I want you guys to realize, like, the 5 signs that you're heading for executive burnout, like, this is an opportunity for you to have awareness before change and make that change happen. So if you're a high-level executive struggling with burnout and you want to rediscover and realign your life with your true purpose and what really matters to you, book a call with me today by hitting that link in that description. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Claire.